Hello, my name's Etta Murfitt. I am the Associate Artistic Director of Matthew Bourne's New Adventures. My job is to restage Sleeping Beauty, so that has many layers. I have to make sure we stay on track time-wise, so if we've got a 4-week rehearsal period, I make sure that by the end of those 4 weeks we have a show. I have to make sure that everybody is happy with the choreography that they're learning and that they understand the story. It's making sure that the rehearsal team are happy with what they're doing, because the rehearsal team have to teach lots of material when we're restaging. But normally by the end of 4 weeks, we have a beautiful rehearsal version of the show, and then we move into tech. And often that's when the show evolves again, because people have to get their costumes on, they have to know where they're exiting and entering from, where their costume changes are going to be, that they've got to avoid a bit of scenery that's flying in. There's all sorts of things that they have to then add into their tracks. And then you have the tech version of the show. And then the last part of the jigsaw is when you have the first performances. So I have, thankfully, a rehearsal team. So they've got a lot of knowledge. And what we tend to do in New Adventures is we use people's knowledge in order to teach the show. You couldn't put the show on without that knowledge that they have, and also the gravitas they have, because they've worked for the company for a long time and they also understand the work. We're quite lucky in New Adventures in the way that we work, in that if we've got one role, there'll be 3 people, sometimes 4 people who will learn that role. In a normal week, an 8-show week, you'll have somebody will perform 4 shows of one role and 2 shows of another, and maybe they're covering something else. It expands what we're able to do casting-wise, because we don't work like a conventional dance company where we have, like principals and core and things like that. We don't work like that. Everybody is part of our ensemble. Sleeping Beauty is a little bit different in terms of other shows, in that there aren't very many people who go all the way through, because we go through 100 years of purgatory. Who you are in Act 2 is not who you are in Act 4. It's more about looking at each act and talking about the characteristics of the time, and then we start to build individual characters in that way. And one of the things I always say is you've got to be in it to win it. If you're not feeling it, then you're not really in it, and then all you're doing is dancing and you're not really storytelling. You have to use your entire emotional self to really tell a story. Thank you very much for watching this, and I look forward to seeing you all on tour somewhere.